Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Dear viewers and watchers everywhere in the world, I greet you with the best greeting, the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and may peace be with you, all of you. Welcome to this episode. And before this episode, welcome to the month of Ramadan that is approaching to us. This episode, as many other episodes, all of them fall under the topic of Ramadan is a way to access paradise. And again, you find smiles are coming to our faces, to our lips, and you find us very happy and joyful to get this information and to get remembrance of Ramadan. Somebody reminds us of Ramadan. And this is one question that we have raised in the previous episodes. What do Muslims gain in Ramadan? We mentioned some of the gains that we in the previous episodes. You can go through them. I can mention to them in the last episode. But among these ones is that in Ramadan, it helps us gain patience. What? Patience. What? Sabr. So what? What happens if you get sabr? Is it something so important? Yes, it is. Look at this. To the degree that the Muslim scholars, they would proudly say that this great religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can be divided in two words. You explain it in two words. What are these two words? One of them is sabr, patience. Scholars say that this religion can fall into two parts: sabr and shukr, patience and thanks. We thank Allah. And sabr, patience. So 50% of the entire religion can fall under sabr. You can imagine how important it is. So 50% chance of getting into paradise because of sabr. Ramadan helps us gain sabr, gain patience. Look at many ayat in the Quran. If you write the word sabr and check it into the dictionary, and you will find a lot of ayat. This is one of these ayat. For example, ayah number 10, chapter that's called Az-Zumur. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. 6 words. إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. بغير حساب means unlimited. The sabirun, the patient people, will be paid, will be fulfilled, will be given their full rewards, unlimited, open-ended, unlimited reward. Wow. Unlimited. It's not me who's saying that. It's my Lord. It's your Lord. It's the Lord of the entire universe, Rabbul Alameen, He is the one who is saying that. Those who have been patient, they will be given unlimited reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. بغير حساب. Unlimited. Try to imagine that your Lord is saying that unlimited rewards. It's not your president, it's not your king, it's not your boss, it's not your manager, it's the creator of everyone who is promising. And we know that Allah never ever breaks or fails His promises. If He said it will happen, wallahi, it will happen. I am quite sure that it will happen. Not a single believer who has any kind of doubt in his heart or in her heart that this will happen. It will happen. And try to imagine, what is the reward of Allah? What is the unlimited reward of Allah? Go ahead. You can spend years trying to think of how huge this reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can be. And this is one of the gains, one of the benefits of Ramadan. One of the things that we get from the month of Ramadan, from fasting the month of Ramadan. We gain patience. Patience. We need this patience. It is one of the assets, huge assets that we get for ourselves. This asset, yes, will benefit us on the day of judgment, where we are going to get, inshallah, the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there are three types of patience. One patience is when you are patient on the obedience of Allah. To obey Allah, you need patience. All of us. To continue obeying Allah, you need patience. We need this patience. Without it, we cannot survive. We cannot obey Allah. We cannot. That's why we say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. You alone we worship. وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone we seek help and support from. Without your support, we cannot fast. We cannot function in this world. We cannot. So you need patience to continue day and day, and month and after month, a year after year. We require patience. So sabr is called sabr on the ta'ah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also the second kind of sabr, sabr on maharim Allah. To avoid falling into the sins that Allah asks us to keep away from. That's called maharim. We need patience. This is the second kind of patience, that it is essential in our belief, inseparable in our belief. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. And in Ramadan, we need sabr on hunger and thirst that we go through. These are the three types of fast, of sabr. Patience on ta'atullah, and patience on maharim, to keep away from the maharim, and patience on hunger and thirst. We do require it, to the degree that some of the companions used to put stones on their bellies and tie them on their bellies so that to be able to fast. This is a physical pain that you go through when you are hungry. And this is one of the wisdoms of Ramadan. When you do that, when you feel the pain, you feel the pain. You share the pain that you have of the poor people. And without this, it would be difficult for us to pay money for them, to help them. But if you feel the pain and you are patient on it, you will definitely be eager to help them. This gives us this empathy and sympathy in our hearts. Alhamdulillah. And this is the thing that would make people, alhamdulillah, more merciful, would make Muslims more merciful to others than other people to others. And this is the thing that makes you more merciful. Part of it, to see how important this issue of patience is in our life. And as the Prophet ﷺ said, as-sawm, fasting, is Jannah. What is that? This is authentic hadith. As-sawm Jannah, that is, Sawm is protection. It gives you protection from fire. One of the things that is considered a shield, a protection for our bodies on the Day of Judgment, a day that we definitely believe in, that will happen, where everybody will be subject to be exposed to hellfire, is fasting. As-sawmu junnah. So that's why we fast. We fast to protect our body. You want to protect your body from hellfire? You find the firemen are wearing all these types of special types of clothes to protect their bodies from fire. We Muslims are fasting for the same purpose, with the big difference between the fire that they are exposed to and the fire that will be there on the Day of Judgment. That's why it becomes easy for us to develop this fasting. And we love our children so much. Therefore, we prepare them for fasting as early as possible. This may raise some questions to other people who are not Muslims, who are not believers, because they don't know. They don't know about the Day of Judgment. Look at any volcano. Look at the running of the melting fire in front of you. Try to imagine that this is one slim scenario of what is going to happen on the Day of Judgment, and how all the people are running away from it. Nobody can stand it. Nobody does. But with fasting, this is your protection. It will not approach you. It will not touch you. The fire will not touch you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us this kind of protection. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked us to fast Ramadan. And to the degree that, look at this beautiful thing. Where are the people who fast? Where are the fasters, if we can say fasters? Where are the people who fast? On the Day of Judgment, they will be called. The angels will call, where are the peoples who fast, who used to fast in this dunya? Only those who used to fast will have access to a door. This door and this gate is called the gate of Ar-Rayyan. Bab Ar-Rayyan. That's why Ar-Rayyan is a very famous name among the Muslims, because this is the door of Ar-Rayyan. It's this gate or this door is only made for the people who used to fast in this life. I'm spelling it out so you can spread it. The people who are not Muslims now, they know why the Muslims fast. because they will enter from this gate. They will enter from this gate to paradise. They will access paradise from this gate. And only them, not for others. The gate of Ar-Rayyan. And no one else enters from this gate. Because, see how honorable they will be. That's why Muslims, when they fast with pleasure. They fast with happiness. They fast with trust and confidence in Allah that they will enter from the gate that's called Ar-Rayyan. That's why Muslims love this name, and most of them call their children Ar-Rayyan, Rayyan, Rayyan, Rayyan. We do ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us of those who enter from this gate of Rayyan. That's why this issue of sabr is very essential for a believer, very essential for any Muslim. We need to develop this ability of fasting, because we know that وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Fussilat, ayah number 34 and ayah number 35. وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا, what is it? Paradise. Nobody gets paradise except وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا إِلَّا الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا إِلَّا ذُو حَظٍّ عَظِيمٍ. These two qualities. First quality is patience. Those who had been patient, lived with patience in this world, patience on ta'at, and patience on keeping away from themselves from making sins, and patience on sabr, on hunger and thirst while they are fasting. وَمَا يُلَقَّاهَا إِلَّا الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا. And no one get access to paradise except إِلَّا ذُو حَظٍّ عَظِيمٍ. The ones who are so lucky. It's not haphazard. It's the one who were so lucky to be selected by Allah because of their obedience and the sabr that they had suffered through this life. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.